concept architecture. Okay. Online students, is it the screen is visible? All the online students, could you please respond in the chat window? All the online students, could you please respond in the chat window? Okay. Next, take down. Write with the new heading. Write with the new heading. Mention that API testing using Postman. Write with the new heading. Write the new heading. Mention that API testing using Postman. All online students also write with the new heading. Mention the API testing using Postman. Okay, right. So we need to understand that what exactly we need to take care about in implementing these particular steps. So let's understand what exactly mean by this and how we can take care about in implementing these particular steps here. So in that are simple, the very first understanding. If I'm taking with API, what is the full form of API? Application Programming Interface. So while working this particular API testing or as part of API testing, what need to be tested? As part of API testing, what we have to test? ఏం టెస్ట్ చేయాలి అయ్యా we need to take care about in testing the request and response. As part of API testing, we need to take care about in testing that particular request and need to take care about in testing that particular response. I mean, whenever you are doing with API testing, as part of API testing, we need to take care about as part of API testing, we need to taking care about in testing the request is correct or not. In the same way, response has been correct or not. That is what we need to take care about as part of this particular respective API testing. I mean, according to this particular software architecture, we got mentioned that one-tier architecture and then two-tier architecture and taking with three-tier architecture. If I'm taking with one-tier, meaning of the one-tier, all the things in one system. If I'm taking with this particular one-tier, we need to mentioned that all the things in one system. In the same way, we got two-tier. Meaning of two-tier, communication between client and server. In case of three-tier, communication between browser, server, and database. Consider as three-tier architecture. So we need to take care about in doing with testing of these things. Further, we got the technical terminology. One we mentioned the application layer. Another one, business layer or logic layer. Another one, what is it? Database layer. If I'm taking with this particular application layer, we have to take care about in confirming or testing the application layer. To test that application layer, what kind of testing? Functionality testing, considering the functional testing. In the same way, we need to test that this particular business layer or logic layer. What we can use it? What is it? API testing. In the same way, we need to begin taking care about this particular database layer. What kind of testing? What is it? Database testing. So we need to begin take care about in performing different type of testing here. In that previously we got take care about that particular functionality testing. I mean, we got confirmed that application layer has been working correctly or not. In the same way, we need to begin take care about in confirming that particular business layer or logic layer has been working correctly or not. For that, we have to take care about that particular respective API testing. So as part of API testing, to test that particular business layer or logic layer, there is no concept of UI option. You will not be having any of visibility. We need to begin take care about the help of URL. With the help of URL, we need to begin sign with the request and then getting with response. We need to begin take care about taking with that particular URL. We need to begin sign with the request and taking with response here. We have to confirm that we need to decide that that particular request and response has been correct or not. To confirm that that particular request and response has been correct or not, which need to begin taking care about that particular respective status code. By taking with the help of that particular status code, we need to begin confirm that that particular request and response has been correct or not. In the same way, while working this particular API testing, we need to begin take care about in utilizing that particular respective methods related to that particular API testing. We have to take care about in utilizing that particular respective API methods. In that, what is the one method? The one it will be taking with get method. Another one, post method. Another one, put method. Another one, delete method. So while working this particular respective API testing, we need to begin take care about this particular get method and taking with post method and taking with put method and considering the delete method. We need to begin taking care about in understanding how exactly we can utilize these particular respective methods here. Okay. Now, let's see that how exactly we can take care about in doing this particular thing. Further, as usual, we have to take care about in doing that particular manual testing and then taking care about automation testing. So that particular API testing we have been taking care about in doing with manual testing with the help of that particular postman. So that we need to begin understand that how exactly we can take care about in following with the step with the respective of postman here. Okay, let's understand. Further, we need to begin start taking care about in working with this particular postman. If you want to begin work with this particular postman, you have to take care about in doing that particular respective installation. To get start, to get start working with this particular postman, first you have to take care about in completing the two installations. We can take care about that particular installation step. That particular installation steps followed by two approaches. If I'm taking with that particular installation followed by two particular step. In that, the one step, if I'm taking with the one particular step, we can say that install Postman for browser. The one option, install Postman for browser. If I'm taking with this particular one option, we can consider that we can take with install Postman for browser. This is one approach. But if I'm taking this particular approach for now, in this current market, in this particular current market, this approach has been outdated. Previously, we can have option of installing that particular postman in browser. But if I'm taking with in this current market, this particular approach has been outdated. Because of that, rather than that particular approach, we need to be get take care about another approach. We need to be get take care about in utilizing that particular another approach. If I'm taking with that particular respective approach, considering that we can say that download and install, download and install postman.exe. We need to take care about in downloading and then installing that particular respective postman.exe. I mean, we can take care about in following with the two approaches. But the first approach, currently it has been outdated. We need to be get take care about in downloading that particular .exe file and then need to be get take care about in installing that particular respective .exe file here. This is what we need to be get taking care about. This is what we need to be get take care about in doing this particular installation. So that particular installation is very straightforward. You have to take care about in downloading that particular .exe file and need to be get install that particular one. You can take care about that particular respective postman. You can take care about that particular respective postman URL. Just make a note of this particular URL. Just you can make a note of this particular URL. You need to take care about, you can take care about referring with that particular respective website. From that, you have to take care about downloading that particular .exe file and need to be get take care about in doing that particular installation. You need to take care about, you have to take care about downloading that particular .exe file and need to be get install that particular respective .exe file here. Right. See that. So if I'm just taking with this particular one, you will be having with .exe file. You have to take care about in downloading that particular .exe file and need to take care about installation. But before getting started, installation, before getting started with installation, make sure that you have been completed with in doing sign up activity related to this particular one. You can take care about in completing registering with that particular one. So by that your installation will be successful. Sometimes without doing that particular sign up activity, if you are taking with installation, which may give an issue. So before getting started with that particular installation, make sure that you can complete that particular sign up activity and then you can take care about that particular installation. Once your whole installation is completed, once your whole installation is completed, which you will get an option of that particular postman, you have to take care about, you need to take care about utilizing that particular postman and then we can take care about in performing all that particular testing activities. So let's understand how exactly we can take care about in doing that particular respective testing activity with the help of postman here. It's not like mandatory that you will be taking with the only postman. It's totally depends on that particular respective projects. Based on that particular respective project, you can take care about utilizing with any kind of API. For now, we have been taking care about in utilizing these particular respective APIs here. Okay. So let's see that how exactly we can take care about. Let's see that how exactly we can take care about in utilizing this particular respective postman for doing this particular manual testing. If we just install with the tool, once it completed installation, it can go with in performing the required activities as part of API testing or while working API testing. What need to be done in API testing? Sending with the request and getting with the response. We need to take care about in sending with the request and need to be get that particular response here. So further, if I'm taking with sending with the request, this particular whole thing, this whole top one, you can consider that the request and the bottom, you can consider the response here. All these things are related to request and then these particular things are taking with response here. The one it will be taking with request. We need to be get sending with the request, and we need to be get response here. So you are taking care about sending with the request and then getting with the response by taking with the help of URL. But that URL, that particular URL, you have been taking care about in providing to that particular respective postman here. Sender, you need to take care about utilizing different type of requests here. Nothing but it will be taking with different type of method. We can take care about that particular required method and we can provide the required URL and then we can take care about in sending with that particular request. Once we got send with the request, we need to be get that particular response. Once we got that particular response, once we got that particular response, we have to take care about, we need to take care about that particular request and response has been correct or not. So further taking care about referring with the status code, we have to take care about in referring with status code based on that particular status code. We need to be get confirm that that particular request and response here. Now let's see that how exactly we can take care about all these things here. But if you want to begin, if you want to begin, take care about all these things, as usual, you have to take care about in following with all the steps here as part of that particular manual testing. As part of that particular manual testing, as usual, your manual testing started from requirements, understanding. After that, what is it? Test the plan. After that, taking with test scenarios. After that, taking with test cases. After that, test execution. Okay. After that, what is it? Bug reporting. After that, test closure. So we need to begin take care about in implementing with these steps here. So as part of this particular respective manual testing, you may take care about functionality testing, API testing, database testing, or performance testing. Whatever it can be, you may take care about in performing any kind of testing. You have to take care about in following with these particular steps here. So all these particular steps you need to be get followed with the same. That is what you need to take care about. First activity. What is the first activity? Requirements understanding. Meaning of that. Meaning of requirements understanding. Assume that interviewer is asking that what is mean by requirements understanding. Understanding the requirement. If interviewer is asking that what is mean by requirements understanding, what you will explain? Yeah. What you will explain, guys? Okay. Let's take the question in a different way. You are already done requirements understanding? Done or not? Okay. As part of requirements understanding, what exactly you done that activity? వాట్ యు డన్ దేర్ ఏం పర్ఫామ్ చేశారు? You have been referring with requirement documents, nothing but SRS documents. The meaning of requirements understanding, you need to explain them, referring different type of, or we can tell them referring available requirement documents of the project. Requirements understanding. Requirements understanding means we need to take care about referring. That is what you done. You are referring all available documents related to that particular project, and then you are understanding that particular requirement. Once you got understand the requirements, you need to take care about in preparing with all that particular respective activity. So now, as part of our API testing also, we have to do the same thing. First activity, what you need to do? Requirements understanding. Meaning of requirements understanding? Referring available documents. So according to our project, what is the document is available? SRS document. We need to take care about in referring with that particular respective SRS document, and then need to be get understood what exactly we need to be get take care about, what exactly we need to be get take care about in doing with the testing related to that particular API testing. So related to that particular API testing, we need to be get taking care about, which need to be get take care about in referring with that particular requirement document, and we need to be get understand that what exactly we need to be get tested. Okay, let's say that having the printouts. Open your printouts. No, sir. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, see that. Go to that page number 14. Page number 14. Oh. So that particular page number 14. Oh, what is the document we got? What is the document we got? SRS. That SRS document related to API documentation. Any kind of project in this way, similar to this, not like exactly in the same way, not like exactly in the same way, similar to this, we can take care about in expecting that particular requirement document. Just what is mean by the API testing? I've been given the information, just taking take care about it. So now, if I'm taking with this particular API testing, mainly you have to take care about in testing URL. Mainly we have to take care about in testing with that particular respective URL. I mean, as part of API testing, as part of API testing, that particular URL will be playing with a very important role. What exactly, what exactly we can test? What exactly we can test as part of API testing? Say that if I'm taking with URL, in the URL, first what we need to test? What is it? Protocol. According to the client requirement. According to the client requirement. First, we need to take care about that particular application working with the respective protocol. That protocol is nothing but that HTTPS, or you can consider HTTP. I mean, based on that particular project, based on that particular project, assume that our Gmail or maximum of banking application, maximum of banking application and payment gateways. It's mandatory. It has to work with the protocol of HTTPS. In case if it has been working with HTTP, we can report that is an a bug. I mean, as part of API testing, according to that particular application, based on the client requirement, based on the client requirement, what exactly that business is related to. According to that, we have to take care about in testing with our protocol. See that understanding the requirement document according to our client expectation, our project need to be worked with protocol of HTTPS. When you're doing the testing, you have to take care about positive testing and negative testing as usual. You have to take care about positive test cases and then taking care about negative test cases. So that particular negative test case, you have to test with HTTP. If it is working with that protocol, you can report it is an bug. I mean, according to that particular requirement document, we have to take care about in writing that particular test cases. After that, what is the next one? Server address. Indirectly, we can call as URL. That particular server address, we can consider that which will be taking with URL. Now, if I'm taking this URL, so what is this URL? Postman.com. So in case of, in a place of postman, you removed one letter and you are entering, it should not be displaying with the same website. It has to give an error. That means whenever you are doing all this testing, the request will be going to server. From the server, you are getting the response. Whenever you are getting the response, you are getting from the server only. So in that server, that particular logic layer or business layer working correctly or not, we need to be tested. So you have to take care about, you need to take care about in testing with that particular protocol. After that, server address. After that, query parameter. Nothing but we can utilize that particular question mark symbol. Meaning of question mark symbol, what is it? Search query. Along with that, you will get Q. Meaning of the Q? Search parameter. I mean, by taking with that particular search query and by taking search parameter in the URL only, you will be passing with different type of test data and then need to be get tested. After that, what is the next one? Endpoint here, which it will be taking with that particular respective URL endpoint, and we need to take care about in doing that particular respective testing here. So need to understand the whole requirement document in a very proper way. According to that, you need to come up with in writing with test cases here. In the same way, we need to take care about response code, nothing but status code. Whenever you are taking with status code, meaning of the 200, we can say that okay or successful. Meaning of 201, new resource has been created. Nothing but new request has been created for the server. New request has been created for the server based on the status code. Based on the status code, we need to begin understand taking care about in doing the testing. Indirectly, this particular status code, you can understand like expected result. Meaning of expected result? Result based on requirement document. So that particular status code you can consider as this particular expected result, and you are taking with postman. In the postman, you will get in a result. You will get the status code that you can consider the actual result. So as part of testing, you will take care about in doing comparison of expected result with actual result. So that is what you need to begin take care about it. Just take got information related to that particular status code. Now we can say that according to this requirement document, in case assume that you are working with get method. While working with the get method or get request, what is the status code? 200. So whenever you are doing with the testing, whenever you are taking care about in doing with the testing, if I'm taking with this particular respective status code, if you are working with get method, in case of get method, while doing the testing, while doing the execution, you have to see that you are getting with status code is 200. If you get the 200, you will consider that test case has been passed. Otherwise, fail. In the same way, assume that you are working with post method. If you are working with post method, what is the status code? 201. In the same way, taking with put method. Put method is for put method 200. Delete method 204. That means whenever you are doing the testing, you have to take care about this particular status code. Related to that, you got a requirement, you have to take care about that URL. You can try with different type of requirements. In the URL, what do you have to test? Protocol. After that, domain address. After that, server address. After that, query parameter. After that, special character. So in that particular URL, you have to take care about. In that particular URL, you need to take care about. In taking care about writing that particular test cases, and they need to be get take care about in doing that particular execution. Similar to that, see the requirement. We got requirement of 4.1. The 4.1, what is that requirement? Get request. With the help of get request, what are the details we have to retrieve? Single user. With the help of get request, we have to take care about in retrieving the information of single user. For that, we require URL. having the URL, we need to take this particular URL and we have to execute. You need to test it. When you are testing, you need to retry the one user details. See the result. What is the status code? 200. That means this is what the requirement. This is what the client expectation. The client expectation, you need to work with get request. While doing the testing, you need to get the result of 200 along with some data by giving that email, taking with the first name and taking with last name here. So whenever you are doing with the testing, you need to try in testing with the respective of this particular URL, and you have to test that whether you are getting that status code is 200 or not, and able to see that particular user details. In the same way, we can take care about testing with some more requirement. What is another requirement? List of the users. According to the client requirement, they have to take care about to test the logic of retrieving list of the users. To test the list of users, we got URL. What is the status code? 200. I need to be get able to see that the list of user details here. In this way, you need to be get. You have to take care about the result in this format. This particular format we used to be get. This particular format we need to be get taking care about JSON format. Whenever you are working with API, you will be getting with the result. You will be getting with the result in XML format, or you will be taking with JSON format. Previously XML, but now maximum of APIs. Maximum of APIs you are taking care about in getting with the result in JSON format. In this way, we need to take care about getting with the result. Along with that, we got requirement number 4.2. What is that 4.2? Post request. With the help of this post method, with the help of post method, what we have to do? We need to begin insert the data. We need to create the request. We have to take care about, we need to take care about creating with the request to that particular server. We have to take care about in creating the request to the server. Indirectly, we need to take care about inserting with the data by taking with the help of that URL. Expected result. Expected result. What is the status code? 201. It has to give status code is 201. We need to get the status code 201. Along with that, we need to be get message. What is the message we have to get? Created at. I mean, whenever you are doing this particular post method, you have to take care about getting with the message, considering the created at. In the same way, you got put method. Use of the put method, updating the data. The use of put method, considering the updating the data. Updating the data. What is the status code? Status code is 200. Now, that particular message, what should be the message? Updated at. And finally, taking care about that particular delay. Status code 204. 204. If I'm taking the result as it is, deleting the data, it should not be giving any of the data. That particular data need to be get deleted. That particular data, it's need to be get deleted and then taking care about giving with the result. What should be the result? 204. So according to this requirement document, according to this requirement document, we need to take care about in preparing that particular respective test scenarios and then taking with test cases. Just will understand some examples how exactly we can take care about writing with test cases related to this particular API, related to this particular API testing, how exactly we can take care about writing with the test cases. Let's understand. Further, as simple if I'm taking with test scenarios, meaning of test scenarios, test scenarios, what need to be tested? Test cases, what is it? How to be tested? Test cases created by test cases created by test scenarios created by reviewed by reviewed by approved by prepared by prepared by who are the testers? Okay. As we are the testers, we need to take care about in preparing that particular scenarios and then taking with test cases. Let's see that. So directly we are taking care about test cases here. Once we get comfortable with the test cases, in the same way we can take care about test scenarios also. Let's understand how exactly we can take care about in preparing with these particular test cases. Further, as usual, according to our understanding, meaning of test cases, what is it? How to be tested. For preparing with the test cases, we need to take care about entry criteria and exit criteria. Meaning of entry criteria? What is it? Meaning of entry criteria. Documents to be referred to perform particular activity as part of entry criteria of the test cases. What are the documents need to refer? First document. First document. Yeah. Open your notebooks. Doesn't make any problem. Test cases entry criteria. First document. Open your notebooks, guys. Very starting days. Entry criteria of test cases. Yeah. Approved. Approved. Test plan. After that, approved SRS. After that, what is that? For test cases. I'm talking about test cases, guys. Yeah. You're planning to attend the interview, right? Planning to attend the interviews or not? No. Uh, if I'm taking with entry criteria for test cases, first document, approved test plan. After that, approved SRS. After that, approved FRS. After that, approved test scenarios. After that, what is it? Test case guidelines. After that, test case template. Meaning of the template, what is it? Format. Who will prepare the template? Templates are prepared by test lead. The test lead will take care about in preparing with that particular respective template. So according to that particular template, we need to be get take care about. According to that particular template, we have to take care about in preparing with that particular test cases. So now related to API testing, we need to take care about that particular respective template and need to be get take care about in preparing with that particular respective test cases. We need to take care about referring with that particular template. According to that particular template, we need to be get take care about in preparing with that particular respective API test cases here. So we need to get take care about in having that particular respective template. I have been given this particular template when you are working in the real time. When you are working in the real time, what exactly the template we are using? Not like mandatory that as it is need to be get follow with the same. Definitely Definitely, you will get the slight difference in the template. Concept is same. Concept is same. But the way of documentation, the slight difference you will be getting in the template. Concept will be the same. If I'm taking with test cases, meaning of test cases, what is it? How to be tested. So whenever you are taking with the test case concept is same, but the way of documentation, the way of documentation, you may get the slight difference here. If I'm taking with that particular documentation, you may get the slight difference. So all these particular template, you are already knowing it, just you can follow all the things are same. For now, you can just go with providing with the same details of your adapting. Just for now, you can go with the same details of adapting. As an example, what is a project ID? Your project ID, ADT 039 or 38? 39. Okay. So need to be get mentioned that particular respective project ID. All the things you're already knowing. Just you can follow the same. Let's come to the columns here. Oh, see that. First column, TC. Meaning of the TC? Test case ID or test case number. After that, test design steps. Meaning of that, what is it? Steps to be followed to test particular functionality. Steps to be followed to test particular functionality. After that, what is the next one? Request URL because of API. Because of API testing, the slight difference will be getting as part of API testing. What exactly the URL you are using, you need to be get take care about in providing that particular URL. What is the next one? What is it? Expected status code, because whenever you are working with functionality testing, UI will be there, but this API testing, there is no UI. You are confirming, you are testing based on status code only. What exactly the status code you are expecting, you need to be provide that particular status code. What is the next one? Expected result or body. I mean, according to that particular respective API testing, if I'm taking with this particular one, you can consider that the body related to that particular request, related to that particular request, we can consider. In the same way, what is the next one? Actual status code. This is expected status code, and this is actual status code. I'll take care about doing the comparison of both the things. If both are same, pass. Not same, fail. In case of pass, what is it? Go with another test case. In case of fail, go with bug reporting. Meaning of bug reporting, documenting the issue. As part of API testing also, all the templates will be the same. Everything it will be following with the same thing. Any kind of testing, any kind of testing you are doing, you will take care about all that particular concept will be the same. Just need to be get comfortable in understanding what exactly the difference in the way of writing with the steps here, and then taking with pass, considering the fail, and then not executable, and then comments, and taking with defect ID. So according to this particular template, according to this particular template, we need to take care about in preparing with that particular test cases. According to this particular template, we need to be get take care about in preparing with this particular test cases. Let's see that how we can take care about in documenting. Further, we are taking with this particular requirement document. We are taking care about this particular requirement document, along with requirement document, taking care about this particular URL. Taking the help of these two, we can come up with writing with that particular test cases. Let's understand one by one how exactly we can take care about in writing that particular test cases. Right. See that. Ah, first, same thing you can follow. What is it? TC? Uh-huh. 001. Go with the TC should be capital letter. I can consider that particular TC should be the capital letter. I can go with the same thing. Okay. After that, what is the next one? Test design step. Let's see that how we can write it. Let me take the requirement number 3. In the 3.1, what is the requirement? URL should be working with only HTTPS protocol. We need to test this. To test this, we are taking with the help of API. Which API we are using? Postman. We are taking with API of Postman here. So let's see that how we can write that particular step. Writing with the first step. Launch browser. Okay. After that, enter URL. Okay. After that, uh, after that, uh, launching the browser, entering the URL. Okay. What is the third step? Uh-huh. Here, there is no concept of application. That is what you need to understand. We are not launching with the browser. As part of API testing, we are not launching the browser, taking the help of this Postman API, or you can consider that Postman tool. In the place of browser, taking the help of Postman. In a place of browser, we are taking with Postman, and then we are taking care about request. What is a request? Get request. I need to provide URL. I need to click on send. That steps need to be done. Sorry. See that how we can take care about it. Considering that, mentioning that they will be taking with launch Postman, and then taking with second one, select get request or get method according to your comfortable, and then enter URL with protocol with protocol of what is it? HTTPS, and then taking with click on send button. After that, you have to take care about in verify status code. You need to verify status code. So as part of that particular API testing, as part of that particular API testing, what exactly the steps we need to be followed. That is what we need to take. That is what the concept of test cases, meaning of test cases. What is it? How to be tested, how we can test that functionality, a functionality ఎలా టెస్ట్ చేయాలి, how we can test that functionality, that particular steps we need to write in a very detail. Further, we need to take care about in giving the tested data, nothing but request URL. So I need to take care about that particular request URL. So I'm just providing that particular URL. See the protocol, what we mentioned? HTTPS. Okay. Now, expected status code. Which method we are working? Get method. According to the get method, what is the status code? What is the status code? 200. Need to be get take with 200. This particular expected result also, you can mention that status code should be displayed as 200. That status code should be displayed as 200. Next, what is the next one? Actual status code. Nothing but actual result. When you will get actual result? Actual result, when you will get? Actual result ఎప్పుడు వస్తుంది? What is it? At the time of execution. At the time of execution, you will get actual result. For now, we are taking care about documenting with the test cases, taking care about doing with that particular test design. We are just taking care about, doing with that particular test design, so that we need to take care about that particular actual status code, actual result that we will provide at the time of execution. For now, we are taking care about in working with designing the test cases, taking care about preparing the test cases. While preparing with the test cases, you will take care about in documenting up to expected result. All the concept of this actual result, it will go at the time of test execution. Okay. In this way, we have to take care about in writing that particular test cases, considering that taking with the second test case. I can try taking with positive test cases and taking with negative test cases. This I'm just mentioning that HTTP, that protocol, that URL I'm testing with HTTP need to be get provide that particular URL. That URL just I'm giving HTTP. Now, what will be that particular status code? Status code. What is it? 400. That particular status code. If I'm taking with that particular status code, we need to be get mentioned out. Taking with that particular 400 bad request, or sometime you can expect that particular 401. What is that 401? Unauthorized. In general, we can consider that 400, considering that taking with bad request, because according to the requirement document, it has to work with HTTPS. In case of provided that particular HTTP, it has to take care about in expecting the status code should be 400. So that you will be taking with the respective result, that you will be mentioning the status code. What should be the status code? That you will be taking with 400. Okay. After that, then you can take care about. In this way, you need to be get refer the requirement document. You need to refer that particular requirement document. According to that, you have to come up with in writing all the required test cases. You can try for some other. Let me try with some other thing. What is this? Domain address. According to our requirement, this particular domain address need to be get work with dot in. If I'm taking with domain address, what should be that? Dot in. It has to work with dot in. That is what you need to be tested. That is what you have to test it. You will take care about you will take care about the same thing here. Considering that in taking with, you can mention enter URL with, enter URL with domain of, domain of dot in, domain of dot in. That particular, that particular dot in, that particular dot in need to work correctly. What should be the status code? 200. That particular status code need to be get take care about 200. Okay. Then you will be taking with TC 004. TC 004. Let me try the same thing. Let me try the same thing. In a place of dot in, what you will provide? Dot com, or what you will provide? Dot info, dot info. Different type of domains you need to try. You need to try with in testing with, you need to try with in testing with different type of domains here, which you will be taking with .com or taking with .info. You need to try with different type of domains here. Now, you will be taking with the status code. What should be the status code? Status code 400. That particular status code 400 need to be get mentioned that particular expected result. Just any kind of testing, functionality testing, API, database, performance, any other. Be very clear about requirement documents. You need to be get very clear about requirement documents. Based on requirement documents, based on requirement documents, we have to take care about. We need to take care about in writing with that particular respective test cases. In this way, in this way, you can try. In this way, you can try for different type of requirements. In the same way, in the same way, you can try for different type of requirements here. Along with this, along with this, we can take care about writing this test cases related to these requirements. Say that. What is the request? Get request. Need to test for single user. What is the result? 200. Let's see how we can write. Let's take care about how we can write it. In the same way, we can write. Considering that launching with Postman, select get request, enter URL, enter URL for single user. Enter URL for single user and then click on send button. I need to verify status code. Need to be get provide that URL. You need to be get provide that URL. Having the URL? Okay. So this whole URL need to provide. Sometime you may not directly copy from this PDF file. Because of that, you can go with the application. Here you will able to see. We have to go with single user, multiple user. Single user. Which request? Get request. I'm taking with the URL of the single user. I'm just providing that particular URL. Status code 200. Now, expected result, that particular same. Need to be get go with 200. Apart from 200, apart from 200, see that if I'm taking with that particular single user, What is this? Response. What should be the status code? 200. This is response body. This is, we can consider that response body. That is what we can expect. That is what we can expect. If I'm taking with, status code should be 200, and and response. Considering that, taking with response body. If I'm taking with that particular response body, should be this particular data. It has to be get display. Always requirement document will be playing a very important role. You may try for any project, you may take care about any kind of the project. That particular requirement document will be playing with a very important role. According to that particular requirement document, you have to take care about it. In the same way, you guys can try. In the same way, you guys can try for other requirement, that multiple multiple users, post method, put method, delete method. Just you guys can try, and then tomorrow I'll give in a confirmation. Tomorrow timings 9 to 12. Take with the plans according to that. Take with the plans according to that. All the online students also take with the plans according to that. Tomorrow I'll take care about execution. Try to write with the test cases. Try to complete with the test cases. Tomorrow I'll take care about execution. If possible, I'll take care about rest assured also. If possible, I'll try with rest assured also. After rest assured, we can go with our database testing here. So please take care about tomorrow session. Don't forget because of Sunday. Don't be forget because of Sunday. I can understand that your climate is demanding for sleeping, but don't be forget on that. Please be available on that. Okay, clear? Who has been cleared the screen test? Now, who has the people cleared the screen test in this batch? Screen test. The people who cleared the screen test can wait. Remaining guys can leave. The people who cleared the screen test can wait. Remaining people can leave. All the online students, all the online students, in case of any questions, you can wait.